What's up, guys? Alright, so hey, it's Godford here, and well, I've been getting into a lot of Cardfight Vanguard deck lists since I'm getting a bit more competitive in the card game, Cardfight Vanguard. If you don't know what that is, I'll provide a link in the description below to the card game, but either way, I just wanted to give my deck list for Neon Gyze Angel Feather 2022. So, we'll get into it. Alright, so we'll start off with the grade 0. So the first grade 0 is Neon Gyze. I don't know if you can see it with reflection. So Neon Gyze is a grade 0 and a grade 4. So basically, once you ultimate stride, you basically take your starter from your G zone and just flip it face up onto the Vanguard circle, and then you superior call your Zeroth Dragons from bind zone. But yeah, so this is the grade 0 you start out, since after all it's Neon Gyze. So that's the starter. Next up, we have the trigger lineup. So check this one out. I have a front trigger. It is Bard of Heavenly Song Alpacc. Yeah, so I have that. Basically, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gains 5k shield. Of course, it's from standard. So there is Nutrient Angel. I run 2 of them in case I run against Link Joker and I want to unlock. It's saved me in a couple pinches. Next up I have, well, there's that. Next up I have 4 Augment Angels, since striding is very key into ultimate striding. Next up I have my Draw Sentinel, Battle Cupid Nociel. Then I have the Overtrigger Light Dragon Deity of Honors Amartinoa. So that's a very interesting thing because Angel Feather is part of United Sanctuary. But as long as you don't run Zeroth Dragon of Zenith Peak Ultima, then you can run this Overtrigger. Then I have my stand triggers. I just have one of each. I have 1 Surgery Angel, 1 Happy Bell Nociel, and 1 Doctroid Refros, because why not? Now, the trigger lineup, you can have it however you want. For me personally, I love rainbow triggers. That's what I like to play in a deck. I know some people are like, oh, that's stupid, but you know what? Forget you. It's my deck, and I love playing all the triggers. So, of all the triggers, front, criticals, draw, overtrigger, stand, and then the starter. So those are the grade zeros. So next up, we have my grade 1s. So I run 2 light element Honolys because, you know, in case you come across pesky multi-attack decks, you can try and shut them down. I have run 2 Kind Care Sartaels. Essentially, it's just to replenish my deck because it's Angel Feather and rescue checks. Anyway, the next grade 1s are Aegismare Dragon. I only have 3 of these since I had the draw trigger, the Draw Sentinel, so 4 Sentinels in a deck. Then I run the premium Black Call Nakir. Now, the reason why I do this is because, as you can probably tell, the main grade 3 is Black Shiver Gavrail. So, then last off, I have Black Closure Zophiel. So, this is my lineup. Helps to decrease multi-attacks, helps replenish deck. You're going to lose hands, so good to have this awesome complete guard. Have Black Call Nakir Stride Fodder, as well as switching a grade 3, and Black Closer Zophiel for when you go second. If the attack hits, you get to draw a card, so hand advantage. Plus, you get to heal and damage yourself, because Gyze requires you to get triggers, so you can bind Zeroth Dragons from the Generation Zone. So, that's my grade 1 lineup. So next up is the grade 2, so it's pretty simple. I run 2 Hygenist Angels, basically for every card in your damage zone it gains 5k power, and this is continuous skill, so it happens during your opponent's turn, which is great. I run 4 Black Mapping Salaphiels, and I run 4 Black Arquerias Japhkiels. So, like, these basically, I damage myself, like, up the wazoo. Of course, these skills only activate once per turn with a unit with the same card name, so you can really only activate once per turn. But main thing is like I can bust out combos, I can add to hand, I can damage myself, so chances of getting a trigger increase. Same thing with Salaphiel, except I don't add to hand, but it gains power. Hygenist Angel there is just because, why not? I just have uber attacks, because once you get like 4 damages, this beautiful lady goes up to 27, unless you get a cradle marker, because Mega Colony is a thing. So that's my grade 2s. Next up's the grade 3s. So, of course, the main grade 3 is Black Shiver Gavrail, so I just have her here. She's great because you can literally damage check yourself twice. It's the V-Series version, so get some imaginary gift protects. And then I have for the Hour of Holy Judgment Cometh, which comes from the starter deck for Standard, for Bastion. So it's weird because originally I was like, oh man, maybe I can use Black Observe Japhkiel, but then I realized I didn't have that much hand, so this normal order comes in handy, which Counterblast 2, like, oh cool, Counterblast 2, you need Counterblast? Oh, don't worry, I can just heal myself and damage myself with Black Aquarius Japhkiel or Black Mapping Salaphiel or Black Closure Zophiel. Like, literally, like, Counterblasting isn't a big deal, but you get to draw 2 cards and one of your units gets 5k power. So, hey, it works. So, that's pretty much my grade 3 lineup. So, next up is the Generation Zone. The grade 4s, not the ones that go into deck, but all of these. So, first off, I have Holy Basasael, or Holy Seraph Basasael. It's a great card. Generation Break 3. You basically have to take 7 damage to lose, but if you have 5 or more face-up cards in the Generation Zone, when it was placed, it becomes 8 cards. So this is great for prolonging the card fight. Also, it has an awesome skill, which is Counterblast 4, and your opponent would have to call cards from their hand to the Guardian Circle, equivalent to the number of cards in your damage zone. So say you have like 7 cards in damage, and you bust out this skill. Well, your opponent has to guard with 7 cards from their hand for, I think for the rest of the turn. Yeah, it's until end of turn, so I like that one. It's just kind of just as a backup. And then I run 2 Evangel, Seraph, Raphael, Mitras, because I need to heal, because, you know, with the Gyze deck, you don't get the power from the triggers. So, it's good to heal a lot. And then the next one, I have 2 Fnatic Seraph Gavrail Edens. So I would like to run 4, but then I realized I have to make room for the other generation units, so I just have these. Adding a little bit of pressure, you get a superior call from the damage zone. Face down cards go to the damage zone, but it's not a big deal. So there's that. So next up, I have the Generation Break 8 Black Seraph Valatur Terminal. Why do I have a Generation Break 8 generation unit? Because I just feel like it. That's just me. Next up, I have the Progenitor Dragon of Total Purity, Agnos. So there it is. This one is great, because I love the Progenitor Dragons, because once you stride, you can basically stride for free after you stride into Agnos. So like the Progenitor Dragons, there's like each one for each nation. Basically, to stride into the Progenitor Dragon, you basically have to do an ultimate stride, but without having 3 or more face-up generation cards in the generation zone. So literally in the card text, you can see that stride step. Discard a card with the same card name as a card on your Vanguard circle. Stride this card on your Vanguard circle from face down. So this is how you stride into the Progenitor Dragon. It's different from the other generation units, because the others say stride step, choose 1 or more cards with the sum of their grades being 3 or greater from their hand and discard them. So just know that for Progenitor Dragons. And then, of course, the other 5 cards in the Generation Zone is Xerath Dragon of Inferno Drachma, Xerath Dragon of Death Guard and Zoa, Xerath Dragon of Distancy Megiddo, Xerath Dragon of End of the World Dust, and Xerath Dragon of Destroy Star Stark. So it's interesting because as you can tell, Xerath Dragon of Zenith Peak Ultima is not there, which means I can run my Overtrigger. What is it? Whoa, come here, Overtrigger. Where are you? I don't know where my Overtrigger is. Here. Which means I can run Light Dragon Deity of Honors Amartinoa. So that is with the ban list I saw online. If there's cards that aren't supposed to be in there, just let me know. But those are the generation units. Now for the Generation Guardians, I run 4 of them. I took out the 5th one to make room for more of these generation units. So I run for the Generation Guardians 2 Holy Seraph Parashells, because of course you'll be having face down cards in the damage zone, so it's good to have this. Basically, if you have 3 or more cards, this becomes a 35,000 shield, so it's great. And also counts towards the generation breaks. So then I have Holy Seraph Suriel, which is Counterblast 1, heal 1, damage myself. Well, look at the top card, put on the top or bottom, and then heal and damage myself. My bad. And then I have Black Seraph Elilith. This is the generation break 1. Choose a Generation Guardian and turn it face up in your Generation Zone, Generation Guardian. So that is my grade 4 lineup right there. Also, because I forgot to do this, I run 4 Heal Guardians, so I have 4 Transcendent Divider Cassiels, because they're great when you're not grade 3 and your opponent goes first, because you can give your Vanguard 10k power, or you can choose one of your opponent's units and give it -2 crit for that battle. So, also, if you have no damage when you place it on the rearguard circle from hand, when you ride into Cassiel, or no, place it on rearguard circle, my bad, you get to damage yourself, so that kind of works out for my Gyze deck. So that's the one card I forgot to put in my Grade 3 lineup. My bad. So this is the entire deck. Also, I need to tell you how many Imaginary Gift Protects I use. So I run 4. And the best part is online on tcgplayer.com, which I buy my cards on, #not sponsored, I got the double-sided one, so I get Imaginary Gift Protect 1, and I can also get an Imaginary Gift Protect 2. So it's very versatile to have a double-sided Imaginary Gift, so you don't have like extra cards taking up space in your deck box. So I like that. So yeah, I run 4 of these. And that pretty much concludes my deck profile for my Gyze build. Now, I know I've been looking online for like Gyze builds and stuff. I haven't seen any past the year of like, I think 2019 or 2020. So I thought I'd just bust this out and just be like, hey, if you want to build Gyze, here's a starting point. Notice that I am an amateur and I'm not a top tier card fighter, but I just thought it'd be really nice to just share my deck list with everyone. So yeah, this is my trigger lineup: grade 0s, grade 1s, grade 2s, grade 3s, Measure Protects, Generation units. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please let me know what you think of this in the comments below. If not, then alright, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful card fight with this deck list. Peace. Oh, also, there's going to be stuff in the description about this, like cost of the deck and whatnot, but yeah, feel free to check it out. Check the description, guys. Peace.